Hello guys, this is Raptormon 132 here, and welcome to my 13th blind commentary video post of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 2. As you all know, I did episode 12. Today I'll be looking at episode 13. This one is called Baby Cakes. Interesting. Judging by the title, I'd say this is probably going to be involving maybe babies, and when they say baby cakes, that usually means like a tradition for a baby shower or something. So my guess is it's going to be involving like someone having a baby and uh, maybe organizing a baby shower or something. And well, yeah, that's what I suspect. But I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's by watching the episode. So, without further ado, let's begin. Here we go. We're at the hospital. Oh,
Can you believe the new baby is finally here?
new baby.
Cupcake and Carrot Cake must be so proud.
Cupcake.
I wonder if
Oh,
it's a
Mr. and Mrs. Cake. So they had a baby.
baby pony. I want to see which one is it.
She's excited.
Meet our son, Pound Cake.
Oh, cutie. What? Hang on.
And our daughter,
What's that?
Pumpkin Cake.
Pumpkin. A unicorn.
Huh? Two new fools for me to play
One
with.
was one was a Pegasus and the other was a unicorn.
We need to celebrate your
Unusual.
birthday,
Here comes Pinkie.
You were just born today.
Always excuse to
The
party.
babies are trying to sleep.
Ah, Nurse Redheart.
Shh.
Yeah, for some strange reason, the way that Nurse Redheart is going, shh, she sounds like that. Like it's kind of reminding me of that intro that plays right after the that's after each Simpsons episode with the women at the. Like if you know the if you've seen the ending credits of The Simpsons, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that's what it reminds me of. But anyway, let's continue.
Happy birthday.
She doesn't get the mess. Throwing her out.
Now, how in thunderation is one of them twins a Pegasus and the other one a unicorn?
That's my question.
See, my great-great-great-great-grandfather was a unicorn, and Cupcake's great-aunt, second cousin twice removed, was a Pegasus. That makes sense, right?
I'll say something in a minute.
Gets his wings going, he'll be all over the place. And be careful around Pumpkin Cake.
I
Baby
see.
unicorns get strange magic surges that come and go.
Magic surges, huh?
Make a wish and
Like a
blow out the
wizard?
candles, which is easy, because there are 0 candles. You are 0 years old after all.
Well, from the looks like this episode is going to be about Mr. and Mrs. Cake as starting a family. Interesting. And yeah, so I guess I should have realized that from the title, but I actually thought it was going to be a baby shower. Or that's too early to say. As for the children, that's in fact, I'll actually pause here. I just wanted to say about the two little twins. I think it was Pound Cake and Pumpkin Cake, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's it. Pound Cake and Pumpkin Cake. That's the two twins born. And like what Mr. Cake said, like how is one of them a Pegasus and the other a unicorn, and you know, well, you probably understand what he said, but with this, I actually can think of 3 ways of how that could be possible. Option one is that it's possible however unlikely that, well, it's unlikely, but in some cases it could be really, really possible. Well, really impossible, but actually, I'll try to get to the point. The point is, first option is that the genetics could be distantly related, causing one of them to actually be born as one of the three races, because of genetics. That's option number one. Option two is that like this one is very unlikely, but at the same time it could be possible. Possibility that Mrs. Cake probably had an affair, but I don't think she's the type that would cheat on her husband. So that's still a possibility. And option three is probably the most likely, is that Mr. Cake was probably is that Mr. and Mrs. Cake had a sperm donor. And because of Mr. Cake, most likely scenario could be his sperm could be infertile. So that's another possible probability. So it's one of those three, but one of them, which is option two, is unlikely. But anyway, sorry to pause. I'm actually, you came here to watch a blind commentary, not hear me chat. So let's continue. Ah, damn it. Sorry about that. I just had to talk about it. Oh, cute little things. Oh, Pinkie. Month-iversary. I hardly understood any of that. So a month has passed.
Are you ready for your favorite escape in the whole wide world? Where's Pinkie Pie?
Ah, Peekaboo.
Where's Pinkie Pie?
Yep.
Here I am.
It's Peekaboo.
Where's Pinkie Pie? Here I am.
She's definitely amusing the little kids.
Here I am.
Everything okay in there? Who needs a diaper change?
Diaper change.
They're fine.
You were saying?
Eat chicken shit!
Oh, I got it.
Oh, well, what a very devoted father he is, trying to change the nappy. Ew! Oh god, that's disgusting. Oh. I don't even want to think about it. I'd throw up. That was just...
Is any pony hungry?
You should be washing your hand. You shouldn't be washing your hooves. You should be washing your mouth out. Oh, lunchtime. What the? I didn't know Pinkie Pie wore a watch. Whoop, they need to be burped. Pinkie, you'll scare the kids doing that.
Babies need to be burped.
Yeah.
All set now? Everything good? Okay, who wants to play again?
Playtime.
Pound cake. No pounding things.
No pounding things.
We don't chew on things, pumpkin cake.
Except food.
Really? Food?
Great cinnamon sticks. I completely forgot.
Great cinnamon.
Just fed in bottles.
What? Great cinnamon sticks. That sounded like it was referencing Doc Brown's quote from Back to the Future. That great Scott quote.
Great cinnamon sticks. I completely forgot.
Right, Scott!
Yeah, it's amazing they're actually using that as a reference, or I assume that's probably a Back to the Future reference. But Great Scott can be in in any show, so any movie or show. But yeah, anyway, continue.
Remember?
Not the baby's food.
The food for the enormously big catering order we have to deliver today.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
with the new twins, we've been so distracted.
Quick, honey bun, we need to find a babysitter to watch the foals while we take care of this.
Ah, babysitter.
I can do it! I want to do it! Oh, the babies love playing with me, I'll do it!
Pinkie, you're not responsible enough for that.
Me! Pick me!
Pinkie, they're not going to choose you. Oh, Fluttershy.
I would love to babysit.
She'd
But
be
I
good.
can't today, sorry. I
Oh.
promised Angel we'd go on a picnic.
What?
You understand, don't you?
What? I can't believe she lets Angel push her around like that. What a pushover. Sorry.
You're not mad at me, are you? Please don't be mad at me! Pick me!
Twilight.
I have to finish this report for the princess, summarizing all my other reports to the princess.
Ugh, typical.
I want to babysit! Pick me!
They're not going to choose you. Oh, Applejack would be very responsible.
Babysit now? When there's a swarm of hungry caterpillars heading this way? I gotta get all these apples picked before they get swarmed on.
That is actually a good excuse, because you know, infestation can cause hundreds of thousands, and perhaps millions of dollars worth of food produce damage. So I think that's a good excuse. Anyway, continue.
I want to do it!
Rainbow Dash.
To the Wonderbolt's air show this afternoon. Got a dash!
Too busy enjoying herself. And that's why, Pinkie, you're not going to babysit.
Babysit?
Rarity.
Oh, no.
What? No.
Bet you would think about me, though.
You bitch. Well, looks like you have no choice.
Pinkie Pie, how would you like to babysit for us?
No, I'll have to check my schedule.
If your role was to get them irritated, I think that's a success, Pinkie. The way she gasps, I actually found
Are
funny.
you sure you really understand the responsibility of
Looks like he
watching
needs
over
to.
two babies?
Looks like he needs to go to the toilet or something.
Responsibility is my middle name. Pinkie Responsibility Pie.
But this time you need to take care of them, not just play with them. You have to be responsible.
Yes,
Yep.
I know. I will. I am.
We'll see about that.
Oh, here you are, dearie. All of your responsibilities are on this list.
A mile long.
That's a lot of responsibility. Consider it done.
We'll frost it when we get there. Come on, Sugar Plum, tick tick.
Tick tick.
Take good care of our two precious little ginger snaps.
No problemo, Mr. and Mrs. Cake. Everything is under control.
Really? And the nightmare starts now.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh's right. Ow!
Don't cry, little friends. Look, look. Where?
Well, so much for under control.
Oh, no. I'm right here, see?
She should pick them up and hold them. That's probably what they want. That didn't work. What is she gonna do?
Watch this. Hey, you're a wonderful crowd here tonight. Where y'all
What
from?
the?
Where are you from, Baltimore? Where are you from, sir?
Milwaukee.
Hey! Why, that's my hometown. Where are you from?
Seattle.
Hey! Why, that's my hometown.
Wow, that's great.
Is she being like a stand-up comedian or something?
I had to get rid of it because I couldn't find tractors that small.
Well, I just flew in from out of town. A guy in the airport came up to me and said, give me $5 till payday. And I said, well, when's payday? And he said, how do I know? You got the job. I got a bad back, you know. My father has a bad back, too, so I guess it runs in the family. In 50 years, I haven't seen him pick up a check. But, you know, seriously, I mean it. We did come from a poor family. The health department wouldn't condemn our house until we had it painted.
That was lame.
Tractors that small? The other day, I spilled spot remover on my dog, and now I can't find him!
I agree with you, babies.
Proud. Tell me about it.
You didn't say that again. Besides, that sounds more like the jokes that King Kai would say in Dragon Ball Z. In fact, I think that's more on his level.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Hey! No, wait! It was too far to fly! What's the difference between a jeweler and a jailer? One sells watches, one watches sells!
Anyway, let's continue.
Fine. I wasn't gonna pull out the showstopper, but you're a lovely audience, and I think you deserve it!
Showstopper. Wonder what she's gonna do.
First you jiggle your tail, oink, oink,
What the hell?
now, oink, 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 then you wriggle your rump, oink, 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 and shout it out, oink, 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 first you jiggle your tail,
Yeah, I agree, babies.
oink, 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 then you wriggle your rump, oink, oink, oink,
Oink, oink, oink. It's catchy. Flower and Pinkie.
See? Nothing to this babysitting business.
Oh, yes.
That was a great number. I don't care what you say.
I thought it was dumb.
Maybe you're right.
That's what I meant. That song was actually a bit catchy. That jiggle your tail, oink, 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 oink.
Eat up. Like this.
Pinkie,
Nom, 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 nom.
Pinkie, you're supposed to spoon feed him. Ugh.
No pumpkin cake, we eat food, not tablecloths.
And you're supposed to spoon feed them, not let them feed by themselves. Oops. What the? Is that going to be a running gag from now on? I have to say I like Pinkie Pie all white.
Yeah, I think I can see where this is going.
I can too. I'd say the flower thing's probably going to be a common gag. Ah, bath time.
Towels are not food, pumpkin cake. Drop it.
Come on, Pinkie. I thought you were faster than Rainbow Dash. Those babies are actually pretty smart. Later.
Ooh, look guys, bubbles.
Well, that's keeping them amused. Huh, Pinkie Claws. Thought I'd make a little joke about that.
Don't cry. Look,
Aww.
floaty things. Ooh,
Ah, rubber ducky. What? Alright, Pinkie, that's a little overboard. Majorly overboard. Oh. Whoop! Wow, Pumpkin is Pound Cake is really strong.
guys, you know what happens when you mix flour and water, don't you?
I do. It makes dough. Well, I could see that Finkie's going to be getting one thing for sure with all that flour that she's dumping over her head. She's most likely going to. One thing I know for sure is that Mr. and Mrs. Cake are going to be very, very low on flour when they get back. Anyway, continue. Uh-oh. Someone smells stinky.
Whoa! Someone smells stinky! Oh, it's me.
Smells like somebody needs me to change you their diaper wiper right now. Wow.
Yep, you're not gonna like changing nappies, Pinkie. Oh, nappies. That's what we call diapers.
Easy.
I kind of prefer diapers because you know nappies sounds too silly. Whoops. As if hiding there's gonna find. Pinkie Pie would actually find them easy because they smell. What the hell? There must be an eternal struggle behind there. Whoop. Pinkie. You should wear a diaper more often, Pinkie. It suits you. Oh, Twilight.
I finished up the work I had to do, so I thought I'd stop by and see if you needed any help.
Whoop.
Thank you for coming. I can't begin to tell you what my day has been like. I mean, these babies just won't listen to reason. And don't even get me started on their taste in stand-up comedy.
It's okay.
That's not comedy
I figured
that you
you'd
did.
need
That
some
was
help.
lame.
That's why I stopped by.
Excuse me?
Babies
What?
take a lot of work, and some ponies are just not cut out to handle the responsibility.
That's true, Twilight.
That's so.
Yep, it's a fact, Pinkie.
Thanks for stopping by, Twilight. Sorry, I don't have time to visit. I'm very, very busy with my responsibilities here.
I'm happy to help. It's no trouble.
Ouch.
Well, of all the... She thinks I can't handle things on my own. Maybe
No,
because
she
I
knows
can
you
handle
can't.
things on my own. Well,
Yeah.
I can.
Responsibility isn't your thing, Pinkie. Whoop. Rubber ducky. Rubber duck. Oh, rubber chicken in this case. I love that rubber ducky sound. That squeeze sound. Go rubber ducky.
And on occasion with permission as a pretend old-timey Western fort.
Stop that. I love my wife and family. All I'm going to use this bed for is sleeping, eating, and maybe building a little fort. That's it.
Old-timey Western fort.
Right now, mister.
Rubber ducky or rubber chicken.
Do not put anything in our mouth that we cannot safely and properly digest. So stop slobbering on that toy this instant. Now, we have all had a very exhausting afternoon, and it's time for all good little foals to take their nap. So, fall asleep.
That is so fake.
Sleep tight.
I can't believe Pinkie's falling for that. I can tell that's fake. Especially with that fake snoring.
Now, that's what I call handling things.
What? They're gone. Ow. Damn it, I hate it when the video does that.
No, not good, not good, not good.
Not good is right.
Pumpkin, where are you? Now come out wherever you are.
What? Oh, there's Pumpkin. Rubber ducky, or rubber chicken. Rubber chicken.
You be a good little girl now, Pumpkin Wumpkin, and stay in your crib for your pal, Pinkie Winky.
Rubber ducky. Sorry, that's probably getting annoying. Yeah, rubber chicken.
Pound cake? Here, pound cake?
Pound cake's not a dog, Pinkie. This looks like it's referencing a horror film. I don't know which one though. Oh wait a minute, Rubber Ducky. He can fly now, I bet. Yep. That looks like a reference to something. I don't know where though.
Is our son?
Yep, he can fly now. And he's being like Lionel Richie, dancing on the ceiling. Plunger shoes. I guess that's one way of getting him down. What? Magic? At such a young age? That must be the magic surge. Ew. Yum yum yum. Hey, I just noticed a pattern. Sorry, I just noticed a pattern between those nums. Like she did three nums first, then followed by 2, and just 1. It sounded like it was doing a countdown. I just noticed that. I don't know if you guys have noticed that too, but that's what I've just noticed. Anyway, let's continue.
Responsible one, and I said no. That goes for you too, Pound Cake.
Good luck trying to get him down.
Gotcha.
Whoop. This looks like a Looney Tune reference or something. Or Tom and Jerry or something. Razzleberry.
Yes, that's the spirit. Never say die!
Well, she's got determination. I'll give her that. What? What? She can levitate herself?
Not you too.
Why can't Twilight do that? Pound... I just wanted to say, Pumpkin Cake must be really powerful to do that. I'm surprised Twilight can't do that, or even the CMC character Sweetie Belle. I'm surprised that she can't perform magic either, and she's a unicorn. Yeah, anyway, let's continue. Whoop.
There! Now who's the responsible one?
I think she's losing her mind. Whoa! She's definitely powerful. She's unnaturally powerful. Whoa. Now everything's out of control. Pinkie's gonna break. Oh. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, you should be feeling bad. You made poor Pinkie cry. What the... What? Oh! Oh, that's cute.
You know, you're right. That is funny.
So true. Oh, lesson time, I think.
Princess Celestia. I've always had fun playing with little kids, and I thought babysitting meant just more playtime, right?
Nope.
Wrong. Being a caregiver
True.
is way more responsibility than just being a playmate. And today I learned that
Yep.
sometimes our desire for responsibility can outrun our actual ability to handle it.
Yep.
Pinkie
Which
Pie,
means you have
we're
to do
back.
work.
How did everything go?
Whoa. She must have cleaned it up.
Are we in the right place?
I'm surprised she's able to do that.
Pinkie, this is just
Amazing is what it is. We had no idea how responsible you really are.
If only you knew.
Would you be interested in becoming our go-to babysitter on a permanent basis?
Uh-oh.
Let me check my schedule. I should be available a week from never. Pinkie Pie.
Oh, that's cute. How could you say no to that?
I have some free time next Tuesday.
No way she's gonna do that.
Babysitting was,
Exhausting.
scary. I'd love to do it again.
Well, what do I have to say about this episode? I have to admit, it was actually entertaining, and yeah, I thought this episode was actually very entertaining. Like seeing how Pinkie Pie was tried to accept her role as a babysitter, but finding out the hard way that it's a lot tougher than it looks. I don't know if I'd be up for babysitting, but I mean, if it was 10-year-old kids, maybe, but a little baby, like that's probably a month old or something, I would say maybe not. But yeah, and interesting that Pinkie Pie kind of suffered a little bit, you know, and noticing that I even noticed, if you remember earlier at the end, I said that pumpkin cake, I think that's the unicorn one. I can't believe I just noticed how powerful she actually is. You know, she must be unnaturally powerful to perform that kind of magic that she did. Yeah, like levitating herself, like self-levitation, and even walking through solid matter. That's interesting. In fact, I actually think that if Twilight isn't careful, she could have a new, like Celestia might have a new pupil. That'd be interesting to see, you know, Pumpkin Cake becoming like studying magic, like when she's old enough, of course. But yeah, it was actually interesting. And what else? Yeah, I thought it was actually interesting to see that Pinkie tried to take on responsibility, but not fully understanding the meaning of responsibility. So that was an interesting thing too. And what else? And it was interesting seeing a couple of references, like I saw the I think that Great Cinnamon Sticks. I think that was the Back to the Future reference. What else? It was all, and I think they were also referencing a horror movie, but I don't know which one though. But it looks familiar. That was when Pound Cake was on the ceiling, and you know, giving that horror theme look around. I don't know where it's from, but I know I've seen it before somewhere, but I don't know where. Yeah, so excuse me. Yeah, so that was, yeah, I'll have to look into it because I know I've seen it somewhere, but I don't know where. And yeah, so I thought this episode was actually entertaining, and yeah, I thought it was actually I thought it was quite funny. Yeah, quite funny and entertaining. But one thing for sure I know is that after all the flour they used, Mr. and Mrs. Cake are gonna start questioning Pinkie of what happened to most of their bags of flour, which no doubt she's probably cost the bakery probably hundreds of dollars worth of flour. Then again, flour is probably a dime a dozen. Probably well, a bag of flour is probably worth only $1 a pound or something. A little pun. A pound. You know, pound cake. Yeah. I wonder if they have any and you know what I said earlier about the genetics. I still stand by my by what I said. I think that it's one of the three that how Pumpkin and Pound are different different pony species. Yeah, Unicorn and Pegasus. Like being born from two Earth ponies who probably have distant genetic relations. So it's either, but you know, like I said, it could be one of the three options I said. It could be possible that genetics work like that, or Mrs. Cake probably cheated on her husband, but I seriously doubt that. Or the third option is that Mr. Cake that Mr. Cake was infertile, and sperm was infertile, and they decided to have a sperm donor who probably had unicorn and Pegasus relations. But yeah. And sorry I paused it too, because I just wanted to speak my feelings about it, or my thoughts about it, not my feelings, my thoughts. Yeah, I wanted to speak my thoughts about it and tell you what I think. But in all, I actually thought this episode was very entertaining. So yeah, that's all I can probably say. I hope you enjoyed my blind reaction to episode 13 of My Little Pony, and hopefully I shall look at episode 14 as soon as I can when I get the chance. But as usual, until then, thank you all for watching. This is Raptormon132 saying bye bye everyone. Bye bye.